say that it's your fault, right? You want to sit here and tell me because I'm sitting in an apartment and I'm in regular clothes that I'm not capable of doing a job. But nowhere in your job description, listing, whatever the case may be, you posted on a job site, you know what I'm saying, did it say be in professional attire, nor did it say, oh, you have to come into the office to do this. So because your company mixed something up, I'm the one to be penalized. I completely understand it. Do I agree with it? No. You know what I'm saying? I'm surprised half of these fucking security companies in Washington State even have clients, even have contracts, because every one of them that I've worked for, they've all done some shady shit. You know what I'm saying? And I've worked for like five of them. You know what I'm saying? I would say names, but I'm still trying to stay in the industry, so I probably shouldn't do that. But every one of them that I've worked for, they've all done some unprofessional shit. They've all taken it upon themselves to, you know what I'm saying, just like the guy said today, oh, because you was in a t-shirt and not in formal attire, you know what I'm saying, but nobody said that. You know what I'm saying? I did this based off what your job description said. Then he said something about my hair. And I'm like, yo, my hair was pulled up, tied back, and all of that. But even then, even if it wasn't, you can't really say shit about my hair because it's religious. You know what I'm saying? So there's that. But hey, I'm the bad guy. You know what I mean? I'm the bad guy because you don't like me. You know what I'm saying? You don't get jobs based off of merit these days. You get jobs based on if somebody likes you. Just like I said to the other company, you know what I'm saying? I'm not here to make friends. I'm not here to, you know what I'm saying, appease you as a hiring manager. The question is, are you going to hire me because I can do the work or not? You know what I'm saying? Simply give people jobs based on merit, based on their qualifications, based on their experience in the industry, nothing else and nothing more. But of course, you know what I'm saying, that shit's gone out the window. People give you jobs based on whether they like you or not. You know what I'm saying? It ain't even got anything to do with your experience. You know what I'm saying? I see people lie on resumes all the time, 100%. You know what I'm saying? Ain't got no experience in the industry that they're trying to get into or not. You know what I'm saying? But people can lie and build a resume and, oh, it looks good, it tastes good, you know what I'm saying? And companies will eat it up. You know what I'm saying? You'll sit here and employ somebody that don't have any experience in the industry because you can train them and you can teach them, but you're going to go off and throw somebody under the bus that has 6 years experience, armed and unarmed. You know what I'm saying? I've worked security in multiple states. Do I want to continue to work it here in Washington State? Probably not. But, you know what I'm saying, that's where I've been the last 6 years of my life, you know what I mean? But I'm the bad guy because you don't like me because, oh, your hair or, oh, you're in, you know what I'm saying, regular plain clothes. But your listing didn't say anything about professional attire, you know what I'm saying? I've done work in glass studios where, hey, you know what I'm saying, I've had an interview in a t-shirt and some jeans, you know what I'm saying, and still gotten the job. What are you talking about? The fact that people give you jobs based on whether they like you or not based on your merit or your experience in the industry or anything of the sort. That's what I'm talking about. So, you know what I'm saying? Either you can stay or not. You know what I mean? But that's what I'm saying. You put forth the effort. Am I in depression? No, I'm just pissed off because, like I said, you know what I'm saying? Companies give people jobs based on whether they like you or not based on whether you have experience in the industry or you can do the fucking job. But it is what it is, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna keep my head down, I'm gonna keep applying, and eventually I'm gonna get another job. You know what I'm saying? Jobs are extremely hard to get right now in this economy because the economy is fucked off. But hey, what do we know? You know what I'm saying? All we can do is put forth the effort. You know what I'm saying? There's more unemployed people in the world than there are jobs to fill. You know what I'm saying? I'm perfectly fine, just irritated with the way that, you know what I'm saying, shit went. You know what I'm saying? This man gonna say, oh, thank you for the interview and this and that, you know what I'm saying? Because you could see me on a camera, but I couldn't see you. I'm like, hey, maybe there was something wrong with the team software that you use, whatever the case may be. Even then, you know what I'm saying? I know. You know what I'm saying? I put over 1,000 applications in the last year. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying, people get denied, and it is a shame, all because, you know what I'm saying, you don't want to hire somebody in the industry that has experience, but you'll hire a newbie that knows nothing. You know what I'm saying? It blows my mind. It is life circle, and you're right, jobs do come and go. You know what I'm saying? I've been working in this industry for the last, like I said, 6 years of my life. Could I go back to doing something else? You know what I'm saying? I could. I don't even know who Mr. Beast is. You know what I'm saying? I don't be on social media looking at other people's channels for clout. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? And I'm not here to bitch, moan, or complain or none of that. I'm just out here putting shit in real life. You know what I'm saying? Right, all hopes and dreams is dead, right? You know what I'm saying? But they tell you to keep your morale up, and they tell you to be positive and keep a good smile, you know what I'm saying? But how many times are you going to keep a good smile and great morale being denied jobs in the industry that you want to work in? You know what I'm saying? How do you get jobs if nobody takes a chance on you? How do you get a driver's license if you've never been behind the wheel of a car? You know what I'm saying? Shit's crazy, ain't it? You know what I mean? And I ain't even mad. Like I said, I'm just going to keep going. I ain't even mad at them. You know what I'm saying? But I am mad. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go online and I'm going to give them some reviews. And I'm going to speak my mind. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I do. I'm not about to let nobody run me over. You know what I'm saying? I'm not about to let anybody sit here and say that I didn't do something to the best of my abilities. You know what I'm saying? I've always done shit to the best of my abilities. But I get how the world works. You know what I'm saying? People pick and choose, and then they cry, you know what I'm saying, when they get a candidate that don't know shit, that don't want to do something to better themselves or their career. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking, trying to get government contracts as it is anyways. You know what I'm saying? Because I know where the money is in my industry. If I didn't, I wouldn't be getting these licenses. You know what I'm saying? And in my state where I live, you can't just go get a license and this and that, or an armed license to do this job. You know what I'm saying? You have to be sponsored and recommended for these jobs, and that's the fucking problem. Washington State has their laws convoluted and broken. You know what I'm saying? It's not like I can just sit here and, oh, I have the guard cards, I have the, you know what I'm saying, experience, I have the license, but hey, nobody wants to take a chance on me, and that's why the turnover rate in the industry is as high as it is. You know what I mean? I've sat here and I've seen people that didn't have any experience whatsoever, you know what I'm saying, apply and get a job based on my recommendation. You know what I'm saying? That man get a job and hold it for months and months, almost a year. You know what I'm saying? And then I get fired and let go. You know what I'm saying? Get pulled from a contract, get pulled from this. You know what I'm saying? They set interviews and shit for you that they don't tell you anything about, or they tell you you have to come into an office to do onboarding paperwork, but they don't send you the office location. They don't send you the time you're supposed to be there. And so, you know what I'm saying, the company that I applied for made the mistake, right, by giving me the onboarding paperwork and this and that, but then gonna delete me out of the system. But I'm the one being penalized for that because you guys made a mistake, right? That's crazy as hell to me. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I think I might just go back to doing temp work. Not that I want to, because it's temporary. You know what I mean? It doesn't really pay that well. But, you know what I'm saying? Maybe it's for the best that I don't work for that company. I just don't understand how they can sit here and say, oh, we're immediately hiring, we're looking for candidates, but, you know what I'm saying, I put a resume in front of you that says I have 6 years experience in the industry, worked in 2 different states doing this, and I'm not qualified because I'm sitting in a t-shirt. Like I said, the man said he could see me on the camera, but I couldn't see him. You know what I'm saying? So how did I know? And then I tell him, hey, it must have been a problem with the team software. You know what I'm saying? And he was like, no, that couldn't have been the case because everybody else that I was on with, you know what I'm saying, was able to see and able to do this. Okay. You know what I'm saying? You act like these fucking tech programs don't have, you know what I'm saying, technical issues. That's why you have technical support and this and that. You know what I'm saying? I didn't really want that job anyway because it was paying less than $20 an hour. I just wanted the job because, hey, I wanted another job to stay busy. You know what I'm saying? How's it going? Appreciate you for tuning in. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to just keep my head down. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to just keep putting in the work. You know what I'm saying? Haters going to hate on you no matter what industry you in. You know what I'm saying? Don't know what that means, but okay. You know what I mean? All I can do is put in the effort. All I can do is put in the work. You know what I mean? People is going to hate on you just because. Like I said, you know what I'm saying? You're going to tell somebody that they have, you know what I'm saying, motive in the industry and they have experience in the industry, but you're not going to hire them. But you're going to sit there and put on your listing, oh, urgently hiring, right? You know what I'm saying? But you could have told me from Jump Street, like I asked him, and I says, hey, what more can I do to improve to be a better candidate, right? He could have said, oh, first thing first is you didn't show up in professional attire. And I said to him like this over the phone, I'm like, this never, you know what I'm saying? Your listing never said that. You know what I'm saying? How you going to tell somebody they have to be in attire that you didn't put in your job description? I don't ever know. You know what I mean? It's crazy. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't even know. You know what I'm saying? I'm just going to put forth the effort like I always do. You know what I'm saying? I'll bounce back. I always do. You know what I'm saying? You're right. People are disgusting with the way that they do things. You know what I'm saying? I'm surprised these hiring managers are in their position that they're in because at the same time, you know what I'm saying? You took a chance, you got the opportunity, you didn't get to where you wanted to be, and then you got promoted. You know what I'm saying? The one dude I was good with at one of the companies that I did work for, he got a forced promotion, didn't even want him. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to reach back out to him and I'm going to see what he has to say. And you know what I'm saying? I'm just going to go from there. You know what I'm saying? Calm down with the yap, bro. You don't have to be here. You know what I'm saying? Go get a job. Go do something with your life. You know what I'm saying? I've done both. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I'm college educated, but still can't get a job in the industry that I studied because why? You know what I'm saying? In the field that I studied. Why? Because the economy is fucked off in this country. And the only reason it's fucked off in this country is because of the politicians. Nobody's angry, bro. Nobody is angry. I am disappointed because I put forth effort and get nothing. I'm not angry. I'm disappointed. If you've heard my stream for the last 10 minutes, you'd hear me say that I have 6 years experience in an industry that I'm trying to stay in because I pay to be in the industry, and the companies that are in this particular state, they're ass. You know what I'm saying? But hey, I don't have the money to move, otherwise I would. You know what I'm saying? So like I said, nobody's angry. I'm disappointed at the way that the state works. I'm disappointed because of the way that the politicians are. But the politicians are the ones that make the fucking laws that apply to me. So it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? You don't understand my frustration. You know what I'm saying? You don't understand my frustration. And that's okay, because you don't live my life. You know what I'm saying? I do push my brand every day. You know what I'm saying? I put in work every single day to get better. You know what I'm saying? Even though I have people depending on me, you know what I'm saying? Increase the portfolio. I've done that. You know what I'm saying? My investments are actually doing pretty well. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, I don't like to be stagnant. You know what I'm saying? That's why I went to school. You know what I'm saying? I need to pay off the student loan, but how do you do that if you don't got no money? You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, people want to piss and choose. You know what I'm saying? LinkedIn is great, although I don't never use it, because every time I did use it, you know what I'm saying, I never got anything from it. So I choose not to use it. You know what I'm saying? But I'm going to put forth the effort. I'm going to get to where I want to be. You know what I'm saying? I've done this many times. Maybe I should just end up leaving this fucking convoluted democratic state that I live in and go back to where, you know what I'm saying, I had jobs and it was easy to get, you know what I'm saying? But then again, like I said, I have people counting on me and depending on me that, you know what I'm saying, don't allow me to just hop, skip, and jump. like I want to. Because if I could, trust me, I definitely would. But like I said, how do you get, a job in an industry that you've never had experience in? How do you get something if nobody takes a chance on you? How do you get a driver's license if you don't get put behind the wheel of a car? And that's the main reason why I get turned down for jobs, because I don't have a driver's license. That's the whole reason why I can't go do what I do in the hospital, because I don't have a driver's license. And even if I did have a driver's license, I still don't want to drive a company car. I don't want to drive a company car because I don't want that liability. You know what I'm saying? Do I drive? Yes. Do I drive my own car? Yes. Can I drive my own car? Yes. You know what I'm saying? Do low-level jobs, build that experience. I have experience. I have over 2 decades experience in customer service. I have over 6 years worth of experience in security. I don't need to build experience. I just need the job that's going to sit there and allow you to do the job and grow. You know what I'm saying? I've done what I needed to put in experience. You know what I'm saying? I have college degrees. I've studied business. I've studied this. I've studied that. And I'm getting ready to go back to school. You know what I'm saying? To go get 2 more degrees in criminal justice and public safety. Why? So I can better my career. You know what I'm saying? I just went and spent $125 to get a license that's valid for 5 years just so I can get government contracts, yo. You're right. Not everybody does get things. You know what I'm saying? So you have to put forth the effort and do the best you can. But like I said, you don't get jobs based off experience. You know what I'm saying? You get jobs based on if somebody likes you. You know what I'm saying? You don't know how many job interviews I've gone to where hiring managers have sat here and said to me, oh, we liked your interview, we liked your resume, but we had hired more qualified candidates, so we didn't choose you. Or, you know what I'm saying, we didn't like your interview, so we're not going to give you the job, even though I'm not here to appease you. I'm not here to impress you. I'm here to impress the client that you work for. You know what I'm saying? That gives you the contract. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. And I'm not even mad. I'm just going to keep pushing on like I always do. You know what I'm saying? So I guess that means certain bills don't get paid. You know what I'm saying? The essentials do, and it is what it is. So, you know what I'm saying? You're right. There's millions of people in the United States alone that are unemployed. And the reason they're unemployed is because, you know what I'm saying, companies like to pick and choose. You know what I'm saying? I just applied for Nordstrom's for the same position that I've applied for them from day one since I started applying with that company. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what I have experience in. We'll see if I get that job. You know what I'm saying? But hey, I just heard something about them being in lawsuits and some more. It is what it is. I'm not going to give up. You know what I'm saying? What it is, I'm not finna let somebody sit here and downplay me and tell me that I don't know what I know. You know what I'm saying? I've worked in medical facilities. I've worked in retail stores. You know what I'm saying? I've worked in hospitals. I've done all kinds of shit in the security industry. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, employers, they pick and choose what they want and what they don't. It ain't even if you have a qualified candidate, you know what I'm saying? Because if you had a qualified candidate, you would pick them. But hey, you might get 10 qualified candidates. They might have all the same experience. You know what I'm saying? But you got to pick one. You got to pick two. You know what I'm saying? That's the problem. Companies pick and choose. You know what I'm saying? Employment is at will, so I can pick and choose too. You know what I'm saying? I can terminate my own employment with a company, but I choose not to because, you know what I'm saying, I like to work. I like to stay busy. I don't like to be stagnant. But that's what people do. You know what I'm saying? They pick and choose, and that is the problem. It needs to go back to getting jobs based on merit, not likableness. You know what I'm saying? Not, hey, you look good, so I'm going to give you a job. It's, hey, do you have experience in the industry? Can you actually do the job? I think I can. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to call it a day right here. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm going to get back to it. You know what I'm saying? I'm just going to be the best person that I can be, as always. Thank y'all for tuning in. I definitely appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? More to come.